Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming to our annual Alternative Energy Meeting of Congress. We want to acknowledge our representatives for different forms of energy that will be competing for your votes today. We have 6 here today, and each will give their recent progress in their energy sources. Whichever group gets the most votes or favorable outcome will win this election and be declared as the most useful energy and will be used primarily. Our first speaker is from the Solar Energy Department.
Thank you. Solar power systems derive clean, pure energy from the sun. Installing solar panels on your home helps combat greenhouse gas emissions and reduces our collective dependence on fossil fuel. As time goes on, solar panels are only getting cheaper and more efficient, and they can be put in many unused places provided that it gets lots of sun. Solar energy can power many things, from your home to your phone and even your car. Well,
all right, time's up. Next speaker, please.
Wind turbines are a clean, renewable source of energy that can be used anywhere there is a bit of wind. Wind energy doesn't pollute the air or produce atmospheric emissions that increase health problems like asthma or create acid rain or greenhouse gases like power plants that rely on combustion of fossil fuels, such as coal or natural gas does. Wind turbines are a long-term investment that will continue to provide power for decades to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Wind Department. Our next speaker is from the Hydro Department.
Hydropower is fueled by moving water, so it's a clean fuel source. Wherever there is a river or a dam, there can be a hydropower plant. For those of you who are worried about the fish, we have special passages for them to go through. Water is always flowing somewhere, so you can count on a hydroelectric dam to give consistent power year-round.
Thank you, Hydro Department. Our next speaker is the Geothermal Department.
Geothermal energy is economically for low initial cost other than any generating plant. Its land requires less than hydropower plants. The generation cost of thermal energy is very economical. Can you please give me
Do we
your
even
vote?
have any viable locations for thermal plants here in the US?
Well, I hadn't quite thought that through. Guess I'll go back to Iceland.
Time's up. Thank you, Thermal Energy. Our next speaker comes from the Nuclear Department.
The generation of electricity through nuclear energy reduces the amount of energy generated from other fuels used today. Currently, fossil fuels are consumed faster than they are produced, so in the next future, these resources may be reduced or the price may increase, becoming inaccessible for most of the population. A nuclear power plant is generating electricity for almost 90% of annual time. Nuclear power does not depend on natural aspects. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nuclear Department. Our final speaker is fossil fuels.
Thank you very much. Fossil fuels. Oil or petroleum occurs as a liquid and can be refined into a number of other types of fuels, such as diesel and airplane fuel. Natural gas, or just gas, is a combination of various different gases, including ethane, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide that is trapped inside the Earth's crust. It is most often used in cooking and heating homes. These are actually created by the decomposition of dead plants and animal life that existed on the Earth hundreds of millions of years ago, which means that there is actually a finite of each of these different fossil fuels. Well, for me, ladies and gentlemen.
But what about the greenhouse emissions and the global warming aspect of using fossil fuels?
Vote for me, and you'll never have to worry about that.
Thank you, fossil fuels. Well, it looks like all the speakers are done presenting, so now we can cast a vote on the best energy source. Now, members of Congress, have we decided on a clear winner in this energy meeting? Yes, we have come to the final decision for a clear winner. And the winner is fossil fuels. Thank you,
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, audience. I just want to say, I want to give this out just to my wall that I'm building up for my fossil fuel company. I'm gonna make sure that all of you are able to build this wall just along with me. Here's your money. Here you go. Yeah, take it all. It's good. I know.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out here today.